Why right-wingers are praising aespa Karina right now, this super viral Jennie accusation, listener from using AI, and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. What is going on with aespa Karina? Essentially, she posted the following photo to her Instagram. Now, at first glance, it seems pretty innocent. I mean, literally, what is wrong with this photo? Well, it seems netizens through this photo think she is endorsing a specific political party, specifically the Conservative Party, because as we can see, she has the number 2 on her shirt and she has a red rose in the caption. Wow, that outfit seriously looks like it's for a political campaign. It feels so intentional. Being ignorant is a crime at this point. When my idol was getting dragged with over 1,000 hate comments, even after we sent so many inquiries, they didn't do anything. Explain yourself. Posting that without thinking at all, admin, you better adjust this quickly. There was even a rose emoji. Isn't that basically confirmation? Wearing red and having the number 2 on at the same time like this, I'm so disappointed. So for context, when it comes to election season, K-pop idols refrain from even doing a peace sign because the peace sign looks like the number 2 and the number 2 could be associated with a political party. They also refrain from wearing red or blue. And this is to refrain from showing any political affiliation. So the number 1 and the color blue represent the Democratic Party and the number 2 and the color red represent the Conservative Party. So as we can see, she's wearing red. She has the number 2 on her shirt and then the red rose in the caption as well. This has happened quite a few times in the past as well. Super Junior's Heechud received criticism this year for holding up the peace sign after uploading proof that he voted this past weekend, as netizens claimed he was showing party bias. NCT member Songchan also made headlines this year as he was seen wearing a blue denim jacket and blue shoes to the election poll. Hence, some idol group leaders take extra precaution during this time period. As you can see, the peace sign, don't do that. ATs cause laughter when they pose in front of the press at the voting polls this year, trying not to do peace signs. So that's the context for you to understand why she received so much backlash for this post to the point that she deleted it. Despite the fact that she deleted the post, a spokesperson for the Conservative Party actually posted this to their stories, basically saying shout out to aespa with Supernova playing in the background. Here are some more comments. They're done for. That just drove the nail into the coffin. Did she think the group was hers alone? Wow, it's hard to imagine something hitting your image this badly, getting associated with the insurrection party, seriously? But of course it did not end there. SM Entertainment ended up releasing an apology as well. This is SM Entertainment. We apologize for causing concern due to our artist Karina's recent post. Karina simply shared something from her daily life on social media with absolutely no other intention or purpose. Once she realized that the post could be misunderstood, she immediately deleted it. We sincerely apologize for any distress this may have caused unintentionally. Our agency will also be more careful and make greater efforts to prevent such incidents from happening in the future. We hope that our artists' intentions will no longer be misinterpreted or consumed with a particular agenda, and we will do our utmost to protect Karina and all of our artists. So they're basically trying to say that there was no intentions behind her post. There was no hidden meanings behind her post. She uploaded a picture from her daily life, realized how it could be misinterpreted, and then deleted it. Now, Karina herself also did address this, though she did so through Bubble, where she says, the fandom, I'm so sorry for having worried you. I totally didn't mean it, but the misunderstanding blew up this big, and I thought that I should address it personally because Mai are so worried about it. In the future, I'll pay more attention and heed to my actions. Once again, I'm sorry for having worried you. But it seems that the backlash just kept continuing, with right-wing supporters taking to her comment sections to show support for her. So if we take a look at this recent post, let's vote for candidate number 2 and protect Karina, lol. Left, IYU versus right, our Karina wins by a landslide. I support Karina. Sue those people who cross the line with malicious comments. Absolutely gorgeous. Our nation's little sister Karina, a true national star of South Korea. Karina, the patriotic beauty and the most stunning woman in the world. I'm cheering for you. I love you. There was always a reason I felt drawn to you. I kept telling my husband every day how much I liked Karina, and turns out I do have really good instincts. Patriotic Queen Karina, protect Karina, Ani, I love you. This, of course, paired with people who also don't support the fact that she posted the photo in the first place. Others, of course, who think that people are looking way too into it, and so on and so forth. And then others calling her out for her apology because it was through Bubble, it was quite brief, and some comparing it to her handwritten letter apology that she wrote for the backlash she received for dating. Does she really not understand how big of a deal this has become? Regarding that post, it feels like she's saying it's not a big deal. It's funny how she's apologizing so insincerely. If she's going to just end it with a bubble pose, she should have done it right away yesterday. It's not even an explanation. I can't believe I waited all this time just to see that. She really only did it because she had to, lol. Oh dear. I don't even know if it's sincere. Even if she posted it without thinking, it's still a problem. And then of course people pointing out the handwritten letter versus the bubble apology. So of course, let me know what you think of this situation. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. All K-pop idols are what? We need to talk about this super viral clip from Above the Influence podcast that discusses Jennie and IU. So here's the clip in question.
All the K-pop stars in Korea are whores, and all the Korean actresses are whores. Apparently, with every Korean celebrity, actress, there's a price tag on their head, and if you're rich enough, like a Chinese businessman, you can like go to these entertainment companies and request spending a night, even with the top K-pop stars, like even like IU, $500,000 a night.
So in this clip, it seems like she's alleging that K-pop idols and actresses have price tags on their heads, and if you're rich enough, then you can request to spend a night with them.
My friend that I went to like some summer camp with, right, is like the son of the BMW heir, and he Jennie from BLACKPINK.
Like he paid for her?
Yeah, paid for her and has a video and showed me this video, and that's how I know it was real. And I was like, what? And
Did
she's
it look
like,
good though?
And then here it seems like he's saying that he's personally seen a video of Blackpink's Jennie. I mean, this was all over Twitter, people saying that Jennie really needs to sue them, that IU also needs to sue them, that they need to be sued for defamation, so on and so forth. Now, an apology was issued, but before that, they were posting on their stories. This was something that we saw. All you K-pop stans freaking out right now, get your facts straight. I'm not hating or attacking Jennie, simply telling a story I heard. It was not bashing, but simply repeating it because the topic was how dark the K-pop industry can be and why idols have high rates and how crazy these slave contracts can be. Whoever clipped that left out context, but honestly, hate all you want, I don't care. You're saying and accusing me of things that simply aren't true. You can do 10 minutes of searching to find the same conspiracies and accusations about the K-pop industry. I have nothing against Jennie and brought it up because of how wild it sounds. If you want to have a meltdown every time someone criticizes the industry that signs your favorite celebrities to slave contracts, and be my guest, but go touch some effing grass. He also posted this: we'll be streaming 1 million hours of this song in retribution. I'm sorry, please. There are also some other posts to their stories as well that further enraged K-pop stans. But then they released the clip themselves. Seems to show that he didn't see the clip personally himself, along with their apology. So let's check that out.
so I like met some random girl in New York, a rich Chinese international student. She was like trying to get me to come out one night, and I was like, nah. She's like, if you do, I'll tell you the craziest tea you've ever heard in your life. And I'm like, I'm not going to, but tell me the tea anyway. So I finally get it out of her. She basically like like my friend that I went to like some summer camp with, right, is like the son of the BMW heir, and he Jennie from BLACKPINK.
Like he paid for her?
Yeah, paid for her and has a sex video and showed me the sex video, and that's how I know it was real. And I was like, what? She didn't show it to me. I was just like, what? And then she like went into it a little bit where she was like, yeah, I mean, like you could like buy any one of those Korean celebrities. And I was like,
Damn,
what?
The whole system is just so disgusting and fucked up,
It's
honestly.
fucking disgusting. But you know, I was asking the question, what's his name? Blah blah blah. All these things. Started looking it up. I was like, damn, at least it checks out to this point, right? And then like hearing that definitely makes it feel. And also like this girl's vibe just definitely told me your parents have.
So just because in the first clip that we saw, it looks like he's saying himself that he saw the clip, so he knows that it's real. They posted this clip as well.
Anyway, just like talking about himself, and then he would like love bomb in between. He's like, I'm gonna marry you. You are like my ideal woman, and I'm just like so confused.
This sounds like a nightmare date.
I don't really know if I'm like enjoying this conversation. And then he started saying that like all the K-pop stars in Korea are whores, and all the Korean actresses are whores. And he was like, yeah, they all sleep around, and apparently with every Korean celebrity, actress, there's a price tag on their head, and if you're rich enough, like a Chinese businessman, you can like go to these entertainment companies and request spending a night, even with the top K-pop stars, like even like IU, but it's like $500,000 a night.
So she's basically telling a story of a guy telling a story. They're telling stories from other people. But here's their apology. Before I get into it, please watch the full context of those clips that are being shared without our consent. These were uploaded to our bonus content platform where you have to be a paying member to see it, not the entire internet. Someone has taken those clips and cut out context to paint us to look like we're saying this maliciously or as an attack to these women. We had originally deleted this post within a week of posting because of complaints and backlash. Most of you have never watched our full regular content. We discuss dark and conspiracy-based theories often, and especially if we have a personal experience with the topic. We do this to shed light and discuss things that would typically never make it to the mainstream media. While our intention was never to harm or defame Jennie, we simply were repeating stories. I never claim I saw the video. I clearly said she didn't show it to me. I was never calling them names or claiming it was their fault. I am saying that such a practice could potentially exist is disgusting and horrible. Like I say in the full clip, Kira was also never calling them names. She was quoting what someone told her, and we discussed how crazy and gross that would be if it was real. Regardless, I, Wutak, and our team need to apologize for spreading information not related to myself on the internet at all. I have zero ill will against Jennie, and I've always wished her the best as someone who loves to see other Koreans winning. I understand how even repeating this gossip could hurt her, and I'm sincerely sorry for that. If you watch full context and want to hate, by all means. For what we did wrong, we apologize, and for what many of you are attacking us for is simply not true. But this became huge. Like, the repost of this has 10 million views alone. I mean, aside from the fact that majoritarily people were really disgusted with these, unsubstantiated stories, it also did bring up the conversation of, God forbid, if this happened to be true, wouldn't it be horrible to, name names in the situation? On the other hand, there are people who were very convinced that this is true, that they've also heard similar stories, that there's no way someone could get to a certain point in their career without having to do something like that. People, of course, pushing back against that narrative. I mean, again, like I said, this was absolutely huge. It's definitely one thing to have your own personal story with something, but then it does get really tricky when you're telling somebody else's story, that somebody else told you something that you didn't personally witness, but you heard about, people bringing up the ethics of that. But anyways, of course, as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. Let's start from her being accused of using AI in this little animation here of this jiggly Jello. And there's this clip as well. Here's what some people had to say. When will this AI shit stop in K-pop? You're all getting too comfortable with AI. No one calling out the clear usage of AI. If you care to argue, please identify the items on the bottom shelf. Well, let's do so. I'm seeing a macaron-esque thing that looks like a baguette. I'll be honest. Please, at Source Music, don't work with artists who use generative AI as part of their work. It is harmful to artists in the environment. Cutting corners like this leads to sloppy and unappealing final work, even if it is just elements for a background. Idol have had their comeback with good things, but Soyeon has been receiving backlash because some netizens are saying that she created the comeback to suit only herself and not the other members. So I've seen some clips of people pointing out how Shuha doesn't seem to be really into the performance. Other people saying that Soyeon looks like she's the only one really into the performance. Something I don't like about Idol lately is that Soyeon is the only one who's fully committed to the concept and seems excited about performing. I don't want to say names, but why does a certain member look like is about to fall asleep on stage? This is a criticism that I've seen quite a bit actually in certain fan camps, so on and so forth. I mean, Shuha was so happy that their contract is going to end in 2 years, 2 years ago, and she said she'll never renew it. She must be really frustrated and just waiting for this to end. Because the new comeback doesn't fit either her or Miyeon, to be honest. She makes comebacks that suit mainly her and not the entire group. I feel like they're honestly mad about the whole Idol rebranding thing, especially Shuha because she was so close with Sujin and now she's basically being completely erased. She's writing songs that fit her, not the rest of them. Dare I say she'll be the fall of them? Don't crucify me, but I think Sun is making music that she wants to perform at this point. I know the other members have an input, but at the end of the day, it's her choice. It's because she's the one making the concepts. None of these comebacks have fit Shuha except maybe Queen Card. Sun needs to step back from the group. She's making it worse. However, other people think this is part of just ongoing hate that Idol have been receiving lately. One person said that Shuha seemed uninterested in performing Good Thing, and now everyone on TikTok is saying that Soyeon doesn't think or consider the other members. LMFAO, y'all are not serious. They hate all the girls are getting at the moment. Sun for being the only one enjoying the comeback because she prioritizes herself concept-wise, and the rest of the girls for not liking the comeback and being lazy. It's never ending, Nevis. The first member of YG's new girl group has been revealed. Her name is Evely. She's from Australia, land of the cockatoo, though her age has been a topic of conversation as she is 15 years old. So a lot of netizens are continuing the conversation, this age-old conversation of why K-pop agencies feel the need to debut people so young. But here's her introduction video. We don't want to get sued, so you can look it up yourself. Sorry. The Seattle Times article about Stray Kids is receiving backlash because it basically says K-pop might not be as ubiquitous as as American pop music, but it's growing fast and is incredibly popular with Gen Zers. Stray Kids in particular were practically grown in a lab to appeal to Generation TikToks and anemic attention spans. With 8 members, the pace of each song performed on Saturday was frenetic, as the performers traded the spotlight constantly, each getting their literal 15 seconds of fame at a time, often not even that long. So some people were saying that it was unprofessional, that it was xenophobic, that it was gross. I've seen some people say that the instrumental for Idol's Good Thing sounds similar to Queen Card.
Baby, I want you to go dance. I'm hot, my forever this song.
So realistically, I don't think they sound exactly alike, obviously, but like the instrumental, I think it's similar. Because when I'm singing Good Things, sometimes I start switching to Queen Card. I think it would make an amazing mashup of sorts. Do you hear it? Let me know. But yeah, I reckon that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to, wait, do I have anything for you? Let me look if I have a K-pop song of the day. I doubt it. I'm listening to Hands Up by Meow, Good Thing by Idol, Gal Is Mind remix, Jump by Tyla. That's basically it. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. Thank you so much. And as for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.